What's up guys, Sanjay Shenoy here from Team Pixel Track and welcome to this brand new video in the content marketing mastery. So let's do a quick recap. Last video was all about words and what kind of words to use and how to write in plain language. So we understood why to write in plain language because it basically connects with your users, and especially people without a very high proficiency in English, they also might be able to understand it, which makes it very effective. They will understand it the first time, which makes it very efficient. So writing in plain language is very important. You need not have to write in very fancy, complex language. And we also learned on how to write in plain language. We went over all the different words that you could be using in place of all the redundant, useless words that we usually use. And we also saw how we can improve your writing vocabulary. I gave you a few tips in terms of books, in terms of reading, in terms of playing games, everything in between. So we saw that also, and also we had a few examples and downloadable resources for the same. I hope you found it very useful because words is something a lot of people have a little bit of trouble in, and now that we have spoken pretty much everything textual about creating content, be it headlines, be it intros, how to structure paragraphs, how to structure sentences, what kind of words to use. So slowly your content would have taken shape, and it would have taken shape to stand on its own. But is that enough? No, not really. Now you need to spice up your content using multimedia. So this video is all about how to use multimedia to spice up your content. Of course, if it is multimedia in itself, like a video, you might not have to do it, but again, considering this would be mostly useful for textual content, let's see what you'll be learning in this particular video. Again, we'll be learning about why you should be adding multimedia to your content and how it's going to help your blog perform, and of course help your users too, and what are the different kinds of multimedia you can use on your content, and the best places to find these multimedia, and without breaking any kind of copyright issues or anything of that sort, without any copyright infringement, how to get these images and use them on your website, blog, or video itself. And of course, what are the tips to use this multimedia effectively. So why should you be adding multimedia in the first place? I think the most obvious answer to this one is it's visually more appealing, right? So it can't be only text. If it's only text, you might remember as kids, we always preferred books with a lot of images and all of those things compared with the big fat novels. And why was that? Because visuals and images and videos are far more appealing to humans than text. Of course, there is only so much information you can convey using an image, so which is why you use it as a reinforcement for your textual image, and it also makes it more visually appealing. Again, as the cliche goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So go out there and spice it up. It'll become more visually appealing, and also you create more real estate for SEO. When you add images, infographics, you embed videos and all of those things, what happens is you're creating, especially with images, you're creating more real estate, and you're now able to add alt tags. You can also change the file name of the images and include your keywords in them. So all of this, you're creating new real estate for SEO and to optimize that particular page even more. Also, when you add multimedia, especially things like videos or probably even audio, so you increase the time spent on the site, and this is a huge factor in terms of SEO, and the more time spent on a particular page, Google looks at it as a trust factor, a credibility factor, and probably give you a boost in the rankings. This is something that a lot of people overlook. A lot of traffic can come to your website just from image search. So Google has a separate search engine for the images, right, which I'll be showing in a while. So a lot of people can land up on your blog just because of the images. So why would you want to not rank in that also? So sometimes these results come in your regular search results also. So the more real estate you get, the more traffic you get. And I've seen or heard people saying that, 20-25% of my traffic is coming from image search engines, so which is like amazing. So I mean, it completely depends on the kind of website you have. If it's more visually loaded, then obviously you'll get a lot of image searches, and also the kind of industry you're operating in. But having said that, you should not ignore the image search engine traffic that you might be attracting. So using these multimedia like images and all of those things, it can definitely attract a lot of traffic from these specific search engines. Again, for social media, it can help you get a lot more shares than usual. Nobody wants to share something that is very boring and visually not appealing, especially on social media. So definitely adding your OG image, creating a very nice OG image. OG is open graph, which will be shared across Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, blah, blah, blah. If you can make those images very rich with information and very attractive, it can definitely help you get a lot more shares than what you can expect. So again, most of these things are common sense, and I just thought I'll go over them and help you understand why it is so important to add multimedia. So what are the different kinds of multimedia you can add? The first and the most obvious one is images. You can add any kind of images, and this kind of makes it, this kind of multimedia is basically almost like mandatory, right? Everybody can add images to their content piece and instantly make it more appealing. So images is one. GIFs is another, where GIFs is basically like a looping video kind of an image. It lasts for about 5 to 6 seconds and just keeps looping it, but it's in a form of an image. So I personally love GIFs, and I think that there has been a resurgence of GIFs of late. A lot of people use GIFs to communicate certain things, and definitely, if you want to communicate a certain emotion, GIFs are a great way to go. It's light, everybody can load it on their phones and quickly make it more interactive. There is something moving, but not as heavy as a video. You know what? This GIFs is basically something, the perfect mid ground between images and videos. So GIFs can be quite interesting. Then, of course, you have videos, different kind of videos. It can be someone else's video or your own video, as long as you can embed it in a website, so you can also use videos. Audio also, in the form of podcasts, in the form of somebody narrating the entire thing, narrating the entire content in just audio format. This really helps, because this is also something that I'm planning to do for my blog, because a lot of people might want to consume this content while they're traveling, or they don't want to look at their screens. Whatever might be the reason, audios can be really helpful, and will and also infographics is huge, and a very good way to get backlinks for yourself, especially if you're creating this infographic and you share it with the internet. There's a good chance that you'll get some really good quality backlinks from this, or you can just give a backlink to someone else and add someone else's infographic on your blog. Infographics can be a little difficult to create for yourself, especially if you're not a designer. You can always outsource it and make like stunning infographics, and it's definitely worth the investment, I would say. Slides, PDF, again, these kind of documents also. Sometimes the number of views these things get completely baffles me. So don't stop yourselves from putting up these slides on SlideShare and LinkedIn and all of those things. So yeah, these are the different kinds of multimedia that you can use on your blog, on your content piece, whatever the kind of content piece that you're trying to make, and make it even more richer. So let's go one by one for each of these multimedia and see the best practices to source them and the best places to source them. So let's go one by one. First up is images. So the first choice for really good images has to be Shutterstock. I'll just get done with the paid ones, so that then I can like go on for the free ones. So Shutterstock is paid, but they have like amazing stock images in their library. And if you're doing something serious, I suggest that you invest a little bit in getting these really high quality photographs. And you know what, if you are into client servicing and all of that, it definitely helps if you use really high quality photographs and show it to your clients. So their pricing is something like $29 a month, which seems to be the cheapest way to get these images, which is like a subscription plan. This can be billed annually also, so you need to check it out. Or they have a prepaid image pack where you pay for all the images that you need. As you can see, it's quite expensive, but I can totally understand, because These are really high quality images. Another place to get high quality paid images is iStock Photo, and iStock Photo is by Getty Images, which basically has the largest repository of images on the internet, and you can see them being used in most of the news publications and all of that. So these guys have a solid library of good quality images, but these guys are much more expensive than Shutterstock. So yeah, just 3 credits is going to set you back by about 2,000 rupees. But again, really high quality photographs. And if you want to like make your blog look very serious, then I suggest you invest a little bit in these kind of images. But if you're not ready to invest, my favorite place to go is Unsplash. Easily one of the best websites, although they don't have a large repository of these images, but they have some really good images which you can use for absolutely free, and they don't even force you to attribute it. But I strongly suggest that you credit it to the right photographers and Unsplash, of course. You have more than enough images which you can use for free here, and most of these images are given to Unsplash by really nice photographers or the generous community of photographers across the world, which can be used for free. So to use it, you just have to click on the image, click on download, and that's it. And crediting isn't required, but it's definitely appreciated to gain exposure. So you can also credit it, and you have the image, really large size images, high quality images, and you might have to do a little bit of searching to get the right kind of image though on Unsplash. My next favorite is Pixabay. I think a lot of people know this. It's pixabay.com. Not only do they have really nice photographs which are almost free, which are free. As you can see here, all you need to do is click on free download and you're good to go. What they have is they have vectors, they have illustrations, they have videos, and a lot more. So if you want to like do some really intense designing and you don't want to drop a bomb of money on getting these images, Pixabay is your place to go. One more place is Flickr. I really like this because this is like a community of photographers who have put up their own photographs up there. So you might find some really unique photographs in this. So again, the search needs to be a little done properly for you to get the right kind of images. But there is one thing that you need to remember here. Before using any of these images, what you need to check is the license for these images, and the most safest or something that you can use is Creative Commons. So you can use Creative Commons images, and these are absolutely free for you to use. There are absolutely no royalty, and you don't have to pay for them if it is mentioned Creative Commons. So just go for Creative Commons to put this filter on before you take any of these images for your blog. And not to forget, Google itself is a great place for you to find images. You just have to click on the images. This is the image search engine I was talking about, and you get like a ton of images related to your keyword. And there are a few things that you need to do. You can change the size, you can choose the size. If you want anything specific, you can choose exactly colors. Again, here you have something called as usage rights. So you can use label for reuse or label for reuse with modification, and only use these images. Trust me, I have gotten into trouble because of this, and I do not want any of you to be getting into trouble because of this. And this can be like a very annoying waste of time for you to steal someone's, and let's face it, it's just not nice to use someone else's images. Someone else sort of put so much effort into it, and if something happens, you might not want to like pay for it. So, and you can choose in terms of time, the time, or if you want some really fresh images, you can choose that also. A lot of varieties that you have in terms of the kind of images that you can get from Google. So remember, for the usage rights both in Flickr and in Google, Flickr and in Google. The next thing is Instagram. So Instagram, you can't like, because come on, let's face it, Instagram is the place for you to find amazing photographs literally about anything in the world. But the problem is the quality of the images. Even if you download this, it's not going to look very nice because it's not like the high definition version of it. So what I suggest you do is, if you want to use the images from Instagram, you just embed it. It also like gives a nice break from all the textual content that you have, and it looks really nice when you embed it. So if you want to embed it, you just have to come to any of these photos, click on it, and you have these three dots in the right bottom corner. Just click on it and click embed. You can include the caption if you want, which is this part, or if you don't want to, you can just like remove it and copy embed code, paste it in your WordPress or wherever you're hosting, and this entire image will come as it is without losing the quality of the image. And the best part is, a lot of people don't know about this, but the moment you put your image on Instagram, Instagram owns the rights for it. You don't own the right for it. I know it sounds weird and sucks, but that's the way Instagram works. So Instagram is not going to sue you for any reason, and even if you embed it, Instagram is not going to mind you and like say that, hey, you know what, you can't do this or whatever. So these are the best places for you to get images. Okay, next up is GIFs, and the best place for you to be getting GIFs has got to be Jiffy. It's giphy.com, and you basically come here. You can search based on the keyword, and let's just open this, and I'll show you how you can do it. So you can just like copy the image address, and you're absolutely good to go. You can just go ahead and just copy this into your blog, and you can go ahead and paste it and start using it. The second best place to get GIFs is on Reddit. They actively use a lot of GIFs, and you should check out Reddit. It's the homepage of the internet, as they aptly have called it. So you can just come to reddit.com/r/GIFs. The /r/GIFs is the subreddit, and that's how Reddit works. For each topic, there's a subreddit, and people gather together. And as you can see, there is usually a link for Imager. So if you click on it, it opens up, and you can just go ahead and use this particular GIF in your blog. Third best place has to be Tumblr, but on Tumblr it's going to be a lot of kiddish GIFs per se, because Tumblr is a place for a lot of younger people. Again, just like copy the image address, and like you're good to go to use it directly. So all you need to do is, in all of these things, just put in your keywords for the kind of GIFs that you're looking for. Again, in Tumblr here, in Jiffy you're going to do it here, and then once you get it, you just like use it directly off the bat on your blog. Of course, credit it to the right users. And then let's go to videos. When it comes to videos, you have one option, which is you can either make them or you can embed them. So if you want to embed them, what you need to do is click on the share button and click on embed, and just copy this paste and paste it in your WordPress. So as simple as that. And once you paste it in WordPress and save it, it'll start showing up. This part is going to show up, and you can start playing the video within your blog. They won't even leave your blog. They can play the video from within the blog. In case you haven't watched this video, you need to check it out. Deepak has made an amazing video on how to make about $1 lakh per month from blogging in India. Even I was pretty surprised with this video. Anyway, second best place for videos and absolutely free, stunning videos is Pixabay. You can check out all the amazing 4K quality videos. So if you're working on making a video yourself, this is a great place to be. Of course, you need to be a bit of a professional video editor to put all of these things together. But yeah, and you have Pexels also, PEXELs, again completely stock free videos, and you can check out all the different kind of videos that they have. Again, the quality is not so great here, but still you at least get videos which are amazing, and you can just like stitch them together and make amazing looking videos. If video editing and video producing is not your thing, worry not, because I have an amazing tool. It's called Lumen 5. LUMEN5.com, and the best part about this is you just put in your Text, as you can see here, if you put in this text, it'll make it into a video like this automatically. It'll just go fetch all the different images needed, all the stock images, stock videos needed, and it'll put all the text that you can see on the video by itself, and you can change the color of the text, which needs to be highlighted and which need not be highlighted, and does it like so quickly, and it is so accurate, which is what like completely amazes me about this particular tool. They have a free version, so you can give it a spin, and like the free version is more than enough if you ask me. All you need to do is put in your keyword and just start making videos, and you can put in your branding also, but for that you need to like pay money. But Lumenfy is an amazing tool if you want to make really quick videos. Check it out and start making videos. For audio, the best place has to be SoundCloud, and very easy. It'll sit nicely in a very light manner on your blog. Again, all you can do here is embed. So what you need to do is you can choose any of the files. Again, look for your keyword here in the search bar, find the audio file that you want, click on share, click on embed, copy this and just paste it. In fact, they have a WordPress code also, makes it a lot more easier for you to put it on WordPress. The most obvious place for infographics has to be Pinterest. Again, you can put in your search queries here, and you can see tons and tons of infographics on Pinterest. Like literally on every topic, someone has gone out there and made infographic about it. All you need to do is click on this slide arrow here, and it'll take you to the actual page where the infographics is hosted. Copy image address, paste it on your blog, and you're good to go. All you need to do is credit the actual author, which might be Randy Crum at this point in this case. If you want to create infographics, a great place to start would be Canva, and they have a bunch of templates that you can use. You can just like pick one of these things and start designing one of your own infographics. And this I found has to be the easiest ways to make an infographic yourself. You don't have to be a designer. There are tons and tons of infographic templates. Just take one of them and just like make one for yourself. Coming to slides, of course, SlideShare has to be the one that takes away the price here. Just come to slideshare.net. It is basically owned by LinkedIn right now. If you want to embed something, just click on the slide that you want to embed. You basically click on share, and there's a WordPress shortcode or an embed code. You can choose either one of these two and just paste it on your blog. So I think we have covered images, GIFs, videos, infographics, audio files, everything. So go out there and go look for the ones that are perfect for you. I have a few tips for you in terms of how to use this very effectively and without getting into trouble. So let's find out what are these tips. So I have a few tips for you to use all of this multimedia effectively. And the first one is, do not use multimedia for which you don't have rights for. So like I said, these things have licenses, and the only license that you can use without the permission of the author or the creator is Creative Commons. So if it's not licensed as Creative Commons, you are not technically legally allowed to use any of the images, videos, or whatever it is, unless specifically mentioned by the creator. So if you do not have the right for it, don't use it. If you don't know what to do, don't use it. So if you really, really want that image, you can reach out to the creator and ask him or her if you can go ahead and use it in your particular content piece. But if you don't have the rights, just don't use it. When you want to use it, even if it is Creative Commons, it's always a nice gesture for you to credit the source of the image wherever you got it from. So especially if you're just going ahead and using it without any kind of modifications. If you're doing any kind of modifications, you don't have to credit the source, but it's just a nice gesture for you to credit the source if you're using any kind of images. Always insert an image above the fold really helps in grabbing and retaining the attention of the user. What I do is I basically use the cover image of the blog post itself as an image above the fold. It kind of drives home the point of what the blog is going to be about. Again, you can work around with different things. Maintain the consistency in size. When I say size, I mean the width and the height of the image or whatever that you're putting, whatever you're embedding, you can change the width and height in the embeds also. So whatever you're going to use, it can be any size, any width and any height for your particular blog, but ensure that there is consistency. Makes it look nicer, makes it look cleaner, makes it look very professional. So if you maintain the consistency and size, you can check off all of these things. Resize images before uploading. There are a lot of tools out there, tiny png. There are plugins also like WP Smush, which compresses the images. I strongly suggest you use these services, resize these images before uploading them. Makes it a lot less heavier for the servers and it increases your page speed. Use alt tags. A lot of people completely miss using alt tags for images. This is very important because the search engines do not understand what the image is about. Of course, they're getting a lot smarter these days, but they definitely still rely on alt tags or alternative text for the image to describe what it is, to understand what it is. So of course, like I mentioned before, this is an extra added real estate for your SEO, so why not? So put in your keywords there in the alt tags and use it effectively. Rename the files of all this multimedia, whatever you want to, and then upload it. Include the keywords in the file name itself and then upload it, because what happens is when you upload this file, it goes and sits in one of your folders, and basically the keyword there, if the keyword will be mentioned in the URL, that will be reflected within the code of the blog post that you're writing. So why not just rename the file and again add an extra real estate for your SEO. So keep these steps in mind when you're using this multimedia. It can be images, videos, whatever it is. And so that brings us to the end of this video. I hope that you found this useful. Let me know what you think of this video. You can let me know your feedback in the comment section below, or you can send me an email at sanjay@pixeltrack.in. Don't forget to check out my blog www.sanjayshenoy.com. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one.